Is it working? Okay, hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Democracy Free Africa. I'm back to this game after Cuz managed to successfully solve all the problems of Egypt. Man, that fucking thing was absolutely awesome and amazing. The way I managed to do it just at the nick of time. And yeah, I think this is the only way you can do it. You cannot just switch towards democracy right away. You will simply get assassinated. So the strategy for this, and the strategy I'll employ in this episode as well, is to just go full on dictatorship, hope that you survive against all odds while you solve the problems, and then you can, implement democracy. Probably this is something that will not really realistically happen in real life, because leaders get corrupted, and once they see the power they just don't want to let go of it. But if I were a leader, that's what I'm going to do, god damn it. And now we're going to go with one more country that is rather problematic, and that is the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the biggest country in West Africa. Yeah, a lot of tensions due to the segregated geographical areas, Christian and Muslim minorities, military juntas, aborted civilian governments, and civil unrest. So yeah, let us see how we will be able to face on this country. And this time, we're going to do it once again with the People's Revolutionary Democratic Front. I forgot to check how many terms and term length I have. I'm going to check it right away, but I'm going to apply the same strategy. Oh my god, the fucking poverty and unemployment is huge! And it has a bigger population than Egypt, so this is pretty bad. We do start with a surplus, so that is fantastic. Compared with Egypt, we won't have to introduce the very unpopular tax. We will need to implement a lot of things. 46 points. How is our... We don't really have a dictatorship. That is not very good. That means we have a democracy, but we are very unpopular. This is really questionable. Are we capable of implementing a dictatorship in the time that we have? Executive term limit. This is it. It costs 50 points though. I don't know, but the thing is that we are not going to survive if we don't do it. Maximum points, how many we get? We get 30 points, and the maximum is 60. Farewell then. Let's start with the basic. Foreign intelligence spy service. Why do everyone don't have proper prisons, man? So annoying. Right, for demonstrations. This is so bad, man. This is really bad. I don't like this. I'm going to have to restrict them. This might be a really, really bad idea, but we'll have to do it. Education failure. It's sort of a modern miracle that we have managed to create a society so poorly educated and yet it somehow still functions. I don't know, but hey, we're going to do it. Okay, executive term limit. Oh, this is how many terms we can do. I'm wanting to increase the term length. There we go, 7 years. Excellent. Moving on now, maximum police force. We need to keep on implementing measures. On hetero illegal, there we go. Freedom of press, we'll need to get rid of that. This sounds so fucking wrong. Judicial independence. Political power distribution. I need to lower it. I don't have any more points. Commuting initiative is pretty good. We're going to go ahead and implement it. Anything else that we can do for cheap agro dealer networks sounds excellent. Let's move along now. Offering military training. Okay, we will do that. We'll need better military capabilities. What else can we do? Judicial independence, we could do that, but until then I want to reduce the freedom of press as much as I could possibly can. Okay, dictatorship is going up. It's only affected by the fact that democracy is going down. What else? Freedom of thought and association. Can we implement something related to law and order? Community policing is pretty good. I guess we'll go ahead and implement it, even though we will want something else. Until then, Gender Discrimination Act with positive action. Oh, we have a new condition over here, HIV and AIDS. Female genitalia mutilation is still present. That is really unfortunate. The police is already armed with submachine guns. What else can we do over here? Science funding, we could raise that. Test tubes, okay. Particle accelerators, get going. Okay, we need to start implementing tough measures. Protesters killed. Thousands of protesters killed by armed police. This is not very good. Okay, we are now starting to get points. That's excellent. Curfews, get going. Right, CCTV cameras, face cam recognition. And what else can we do? The Racial Discrimination Act. Sure, let's implement that. We'll need it for later. Public smoking ban. We'll leave the law unchanged. How we are doing smoking wise? We could raise the tobacco tax if we need to. We are now at a deficit. How much is the deficit? It is fucking huge. Okay, well, I did not expect that, so we'll have to re-implement the flat income tax. This should pretty much cover, at 50%, should cover all our possible potential income ever. Moving on law and order, we will need wiretapping, universal monitoring of all communications. There's a socialist plot. We got rid of race riots and the HIV/AIDS situation. We are going to regulate children's food. Very well then. Detention without trial, ID cards. We need all of these things though. We don't have enough points for all of them. Police drones seems like a pretty good idea. Okay, what else we can do? Where was it? Torture usage. Very well then. That will have to be done. This sounds so fucking wrong as I'm implementing all these bad measures. Okay, let's implement this as early as possible and hopefully... Oh my god, look at the terror aspect. We have good security effectiveness. As long as we survive, we should be good. Opposition member persecuted. There has been a failed assassination attempt. Oh my god, this is pretty bad. Detention without trial. Unlimited detention without trial. We cannot let this happen right now. We are in here for the good of humanity, even though it doesn't really sound like this. We have full dictatorship now, so we should be getting a lot of points. As long as we don't get assassinated, we are in a good situation. Another failed assassination attempt. We are going to get a lot of those. ID cards are going to be heavily enforced. Another failed assassination attempt. It's basically what's going to happen. I can't do anything about that. And finally, tasers are the last thing that we have, we can implement. And they will be ubiquitous towards usage. Now, let's start implementing things that help. Food stamps. Get going. Where was it? Welfare Fraud Department. Get to it. What else can we do? Clean energy subsidies helps out a lot with the blackouts, energy blackouts. Bus subsidies will help with the development and reduce car usage. Just don't get assassinated. Town's minority population killed. Holy shit. Another failed assassination attempt, and our ministers are no longer liking us. But I don't need any ministers. I can rule on my own. Full road building power. What else can we do? How is our... We are still at a surplus. That is excellent. Border controls are going to include retina scans. And we're also going to introduce a health food subsidies. We further improve our health. And we don't risk to have obesity. Man, it's so scary every time I press that new turn button. Every time it can happen and everything will be just brought to an end. But we cannot give up now. Technology grants, get going. We need to get rid of the technological backwater. Anti-corruption agency will have to work, as we will also need to fight against corruption, even though we are in a very bad position to do so right now. All these measures are not very what I'm looking forward to. We keep being... The socialist armies are trying to kill us. Why they don't like us so much? Flat income tax mostly. Labor laws, we can raise those towards balanced. Okay, what else can we do? Food Standards Agency. Get going towards it. So weird. Opposition members stage a walkout. Another minister don't want us. Failed assassination attempt. We are going to do this though. Free eye tests. Get going. Public libraries. I think they were over there as well. Apply. We still have a surplus. As long as we have a surplus, we're in a good condition. Youth club subsidies. And we're out of points. Transport minister resigns. Another failed assassination attempt. Very well then. It's time to reshuffle our cabinet. If we have enough points to make one more measure, I'd like to. Technology grants. There you go. Technology colleges, that is meant to say. Now let us reshuffle our cabinet entirely and hire someone new. Foreign policy, women and liberal. That is not going to work very well. What else? Foreign policy, youth and capitalists? No, that's not going to work. Trade unionists and parents? Maybe. I guess I'll have to hire this guy. Welfare. Welfare, liberal and patriots. Liberals are not going to like us for a really long time, so I cannot really hire them. Environmentalist and youth though, sounds like a good idea. Economy. We are going to have trade unionists and socialists. They are going to like us eventually. Tax. We can have liberal and patriots, not really. Patriots and capitalists, environmentalists and the poor. Public services, we're going to have... No, not really. No, public services, trade unionists and capitalists and patriots. I think I'll have to grab this guy. Law and order. Youth and capitalists. Religious and socialists. Liberals and patriots. Patriots and capitalists. Man, it's so hard to find proper ministers. Patriots and self-employed. I guess we'll have to go with this guy. And finally on transports. Trade unionists and socialists. We'll have to work with. Next turn. And please don't get assassinated. Okay. We have we have high security effectiveness. So for the most part we shouldn't have any problems. We have all the measures that we need to stay safe, but it is rather scary. Okay, now we need to start implementing the good stuff. Unemployment benefit, we don't have that. Okay, we'll implement it, not too much, but just for it to exist. Right, transports, we're going to implement clean fuel subsidies, as well as bus lanes. Improve our infrastructure and biofuel subsidies. Okay, moving on. Feminist plots. Okay, opposition members persecuted. I cannot really deal with that right now. Welfare, gender representation measure. Have we implemented? I think we have implemented the Gender Discrimination Act. We're going to implement university grants. And we still have a surplus, interestingly enough. Art subsidies are also going to be lovely. And we are out of music, as the situation is really scary. Small business grants, get going. Organic farming subsidies, sounds like a very swell idea. And family planning is exceptionally well. Right, another failed assassination attempts. Now the females are trying to kill us. Very well then. If the females are going to try and kill us, we'll be ready. Subsidize school buses, get towards it. National monorail system, start going. Legal aid, we are going to implement it. Even though we don't really have a law system at this point. Open plan government offices, very good. Government code of conduct, exceptionally well at dealing with corruption, which now should be slowly decreasing. Another failed assassination attempt, very well. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. Let's keep on moving now. We don't have enough time. Stem cell research. It's very expensive. Foreign language curriculum, let's start with that. Adult education subsidies, let's get going. What else can we do? Nature conservation, very well, maximum. Hybrid cars initiative, let's do that as well. Opposition member stage a walkout, another failed assassination attempt, but we got rid of the technological backwater. There's another minister who wishes to speak with us, the one with environmentalist and poor. They don't really like us though, but we are implementing measures towards them, so they should be liking us very soon. Well, child labor is apparently common in Nigeria. That is unfortunate, but we'll deal with it later. What else? Rural development grants. Sounds like an exceptionally good idea. And what else can we implement over here? I'm not exactly sure, but recycling is very good and very popular with environmentalists. Keep on moving and just don't get assassinated, dude. Everything stands on you. Everything stands on your back. You are going to do it. Education. We're going to go ahead and invest into student laptops. Car emission limits. We're going to implement that as well. As well as, I think, fuel efficiency standards. Now, we might be having a deficit at this point, but we can deal with it. Another failed assassination attempt, and the trade unionists and patriots are not very happy with us. Yeah, you shouldn't have that much of a problem, I think, with patriots and trade unionists. The trade unionists will be very unhappy, though. We are not giving them too much to work with. But maternity leave could be raised to like 3/4 pay. Also make women a little bit happier, as we're slowly trying to improve their situation. Gender inequality is still high. And goddammit, Skype had to disturb me right now, didn't you? Alright, we're back. The opposition boycott election. Not really much I can do about it, but religious persecution is at an end. I had a weird bug where all the bubbles just appeared white. Right now it seems to be gone. We still have a surplus, so with that surplus we're going to go ahead and invest into a maximum state healthcare service. And with the remaining money we're going to implement an enterprise investment scheme. And also we are going to legalize drugs. We have developed a technological advantage. We're going to allow smuggle people to stay in. Let us start getting things towards the better. We're going to reduce the minimum drinking age. And we're going to legalize drugs. And in order to compensate for that, we're going to implement a recreational drug tax. Works every time. We have gotten rid of homelessness as well as power blackouts. We're going to do nothing on the curbing bank bonuses. We still have a surplus, so things are going all right. We are going to be fine. Microgeneration grants, get towards it. Jury trial sounds like a good idea. Foreign journalist jailed. Well, that's unfortunate. But we got rid of poor transportation leak and skill shortage. Patriots still don't like us. But we are going to get rid of foreign intelligence very soon. And foreign intelligence interference. And once we do that, And once we get rid of military interference, we will be able to increase our military spending, which will make our patriots happier. As for the trade unionists, it's only the right of demonstration that might help them, but I cannot do that right now. Let's legalize prostitution. And let us go and implement a plastic bag tax. Alright, we got rid of pollution, we got rid of ghettos, and have developed a stock exchange. However, the public service minister has resigned, and he's not the only one who'll do so. So we'll need to hire a new one in his place. Women and liberals. It's not going to work, man. Not right now. Public services, huh? It's not very good. I think minorities, state employees, and trade unionists have to work. Continue. We are almost up to an election, but we are doing excellent. So let us go ahead. Implement game hunting restrictions. Let's make it ringed fence fees. And let us also implement the intellectual property rights. Not very popular with the poor, but we have implemented a lot of measures that help the poor people. Fortunately, we have developed the corporation exodus. That's unfortunate. It really bogs us down. Foreign drug smuggler, we're going to extradite him. I don't need him on our grounds. We need to get rid of the corporation tax for a while. Until we get rid of the issue. God damn, it makes us a lot of money. Let's put it down to like 10% for now. And we're going to put it back up once we are in a good situation. International election observers. You know, we're going to implement that. We are such a dictatorship country, but we're going to show that we can be a truly democratic country by implementing election observers. And our democracy will slowly improve. As you will see. Agricultural land tenure is very good. Get rid of the problems. Pollution controls is excellent. Environmentalists should be happy now. Transport minister resign, opposition form coalition. We got no longer have an oil wealth, but foreign intelligence interference is now at an end. That is excellent. Speaking of which, foreign relations are very bad right now. And we need a new Minister of Transport. People don't really like us, don't they? You are up for the task? What else can we do over here? Free bus passes sounds like a good idea. And let us also implement, I don't know, childcare provision. Very well, and the election should be coming up soon. There it is. And we are going to be successfully re-elected. Very well then. Asthma epidemic is at an end. We're going to allow internet tracking. And the conditions are now slowly starting to improve. Evolution only taught in education systems. And where was that other thing? I completely forgot. The minority sexualities law. Software patents, we are going to allow them. And we are going to provide equal rights for sexual minorities. We are going to implement a human rights oversight, as we are slowly going to go back to where we were. And that is a free and democratic country. Minority group disenfranchised. Mass urbanization has developed. That's unfortunate. We can get rid of that though. Competitive economy has gotten rid of that. When we have also developed residential credit facilities. Excellent. Corporation exodus. We're going to get rid of that next turn. So let us see what we will do. Right. Okay. Let's start slow and steady. State housing. There you go. That's what I needed to get rid of that. Gambling is an okay implementation for us. We're going to also implement the Freedom of Information Act, as we will now start lowering all the previously bad and undemocratic, unfair democratic processes. Corporation Exodus is at an end. We're going to integrate those people. And let us see. Torture usage by the secret services. Cancelled. Let us re-implement the distribution of political power. And let us also cancel the detention without trial law. Foreign Affairs Minister resign. Okay, we're going to hire a new one. And this time we can hire this guy because we are finally going to implement liberal maneuvers. Very well. Police drones. We can get rid of that. What else we can get rid of? Wiretapping can be reduced to only with judicial order. And ID cards are no longer required to be heavily enforced. Moving on to the next turn. Position boycott election. We have gotten rid of foreign military interference, so we can raise our military spending to well-trained. We can... what else we can do? Legislative independence, high. Right, things are going excellent. Do you not love this music? Genital mutilation no longer has any effect. Gender inequality is dropping like a rock. And it's always nice when that happens. Foreign aid, let us implement that in order to improve our foreign relations, which are still pretty bad, but we are now slowly going to get rid of it. Speaking of child labor, indefinitely, so we're going to prevent that. We are going to ban child labor entirely. It's a bad practice and we're going to get rid of it. High productivity has developed. Relaxed planning law. We still have the urbanization, huh? That is very unfortunate. It's very hard to get rid of mass urbanization. Even though we have implemented state housing. What else can we do over here? What we can do is, I think, get rid of the curfews. Yeah, there we go. That's something that we don't really want to. Get rid of those things later on, but we're going to re-implement freedom of press. And yeah, armed police are going to be next. That on my list. Nobel Prize has been won. Let's make Nigeria great again. Border tensions are at an end. We are going to subsidize fuel. Have a huge and gigantic surplus. God damn, it costs a lot of points. We're not winning enough to get them. That's annoying. Now get rid of armed police right now. We can re-implement the rights for public demonstration. Flip-flops, hey! Have managed to second-guess your policy decisions so many times that the electorate are accusing you of being a flip-flop politician. Perhaps you're even more decisive. I am decisive. I am doing things the way they must be done. And don't you dare accuse me of something else. Let us raise the labor laws. Ban same marriages. We're not going to do that. However, we are going to get rid of CCTV cameras. What else? What ministers don't really like us? Poor and environmentalists, trade unions and socialists. These guys should love us. Environmentalists and the poor, we have very good conditions with them. Those are flat income tax, bringing us so much money. I'd like to get rid of it though. 40 points. We are no longer going to get that many points. And competitor underpricing. I don't care. Have 100% of the vote yet again. We have a few more measures that I'm trying to get rid of. That is the armed police. But yeah, apart from that, we are in the best conditions we could possibly be. Airport expansion, we're going to allow it. I'm popular with the environmentalists and with the environment in general, but it's an okay measure. Right, what do you guys want? They just don't like us, don't they? Oh, well, almost got rid of this. But I guess urbanization is pretty strong, so let us implement agricultural subsidies. This should get people to be more rural, I guess, and let us also implement consumer rights. Pretty cool measure. Capital equipment subsidies. I don't think I've ever implemented this one, so I want to see what it is. Urbanization. It does reduce unemployment, it does increase GDP gigantically, and it's a crucial step when transitioning away from an agricultural-based economy. I don't really like the extra urbanization, but the huge GDP is something that I really like. We'll just implement it at medium. Retail merger, we're going to allow it. Another minister is unhappy with us. It's these two guys, man. These two guys that they just really don't like us as much as I try to get them towards us. Like, I don't know what they want anymore at this point. Rights for demonstration. How is that decreasing them? Oh my god, look at the gigantic swap from here all the way to over here. It just takes like a long time to like fully implement. Alright then, we're going to do that. What else? We can implement a work safety law. How's our surplus? It is fine. Sure, let us implement that. Not too much though, because it can lead to corporation exodus. Food price crisis, that's unfortunate, but we can deal with that. We have a massive economy that can withstand that with, you know, like huge agricultural efficiency. There you go, maximum agricultural efficiency. Come on, can we get rid of the power block switch? We're going to join the non-aligned movement. Can we get rid of the things? The... Goddamn, which one were they? I cannot remember. Not one bit right now. They really don't like the flat income tax, the poor people. That's really unfortunate. It's making us the most money. We cannot really get rid of it. But how about... Oh yeah, we didn't implement a space program after all. Let us go and do that. Nigeria will have its very own space program. How about that? Universal, no opt-out organ donation. Also sounds like a good idea. A ban on religious symbols in schools. And the music is starting to get good. This guy starts to like us. Finally, it took him a long time. He finally starts to understand. Urban overcrowding has developed. God damn it. This is even more annoying due to the immigration and stuff. Look at immigration. Even though we have maximum border controls, we are attracting everyone. This is so bad. These are extremely annoying to deal with. Because we simply are too much of an urban country. 44 points, huh? Should be pretty close. Foreign visit schedule. We're going to go and build a new relation. 44 points. Man, I just cannot get rid of the armed police. So you know what? I'm just going to reduce it to specialists only. If I cannot get rid of it, I'm going to reduce it to minimum. And finally, we're going to reduce the executive term length to 4 years. And I think this made so that this is technically our final turn. So I know I have created urbanization problems in Nigeria. Basically, what's similar problems to like China, I think. But I'm more than certain that the next president can deal with that. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and retire in glory over here with full 100% of the vote. Alright, so yeah, I guess this has been pretty much it of Democracy Free Africa. It's been quite a journey and I've been very happy to play this game. I'm probably going to play it some more on my own. And obviously when more updates come out I am going to play it. But until then, you know, hope you guys enjoyed watching this small little series. And hope you guys got an insight on how to lead a future country. So yeah, leave a like and a favorite, helps a lot, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time with what I'm going to make. Bye bye.